Welcome to Hannity. And tonight, your economy remains in a shambles, but Democrats are now spiking the football because inflation is down a whopping 7.1%. Congratulations, Joey. Inflation is now down from a 42-year high to only a 40-year high. Great job. Now, of course, Biden wasn't really focused on the economy today. Now, he had more important things to do, like a big celebration featuring the president's, never thought I'd report this, favorite drag queens, and a live and kind of cringeworthy performance by Cyndi Lauper. We'll get to that in a moment. But first, we turn our attention to the southern border tonight. Could someone maybe pretty please with sugar on top let the White House know that a monumental catastrophe is now unfolding? It's a national security crisis of epic proportions. For 2 straight years now under the Biden administration, illegal crossings has now reached an all-time record high on top of last year's record high. This year, arrests along the southern border have now topped over 2 million for the first time ever. It is about to get dramatically worse. Next week, on December the 21st, Title 42 will come to an end. Now, that's the measure enacted by President Trump that enables the federal government to quickly expel illegal immigrants because of public health risks. Now, soon the process of deporting those who break our laws, don't respect our borders or sovereignty, will be long. It will be complex, if not impossible. In a matter of days, by the way, not only will our border continue to be wide open, but the government will also be unable to deport illegal immigrants in a timely manner. Not that Joe Biden is doing that anyway. Now, naturally, many are worried that this will cause a migrant surge unlike anything we've ever seen before. In 2 years since Joe Biden has become president, we will have allowed a whopping 4 to 5 million illegal immigrants into this country, zero vetting at all whatsoever. And even this year, with the little vetting we do, we found 100 people on the terrorist watch list. Now, yesterday, even far-left Governor Gavin Newsom trotted down to the border, and he declared that America's immigration system is about to collapse. Interesting, by the way, he's complaining that his state's facilities are at capacity and continued, quote, "The fact is, what we've got right now is not working. It's about to break in a post-42 world unless we take some responsibility and some ownership." Well, I think it's way past time for you to take some ownership, Gavin, Mr. Presidential wannabe, Mr. Sanctuary State. Look at this report from the Immigration and Customs Enforcement. It's entitled, "Dangerous California Sanctuary Policy Leaves 3 Victims in Wake of Fatal Shooting." Gavin, are you reading the own newspaper? Take a look. Now, in this case, a repeat illegal immigrant and longtime criminal was shielded from deportation by the LAPD, then went on to murder a woman in the presence of her 3-year-old daughter. There are countless other cases just like this, all across the country, all across the state of California, and yet Gavin Newsom has never once spoken out about his state's sanctuary policies because Gavin loves his sanctuary state and California's 11 major sanctuary cities. Now, the message they're sending to illegal immigrants from California, from Gavin Newsom, and his fellow Democrats are, come to California, you're not going to be deported for any reason at all whatsoever. And not only will you not be deported, but California actually hands out cash to illegal immigrants in addition to paying their health care, in addition to paying their housing. It's no wonder illegals are flocking across the border, and they're going to California in droves. By the way, if you're an illegal immigrant, my advice is go straight to California. You will have everything paid for, courtesy of Gavin Newsom. Now, look at your screen. Every single week, more and more illegal crossings. They're jamming our immigration system. They're preventing ICE from catching traffickers, gang members, criminals, drug dealers, people bringing heroin, fentanyl, now pouring across the country undetected. And tonight, one of Biden's only countermeasures to the border crisis is creating yet another potential crisis in the process. Apparently, Joe is planning to take scores of U.S. air marshals out of the sky, send them to the southern border to help process all the illegal immigrants coming in. Now, that plan would reportedly now strip 99% of commercial flights from having any federal protection. No more air marshals when you're flying. So Biden is planning to sacrifice your safety in the sky. And for what? A couple of thousand U.S. air marshals that are not going to be preventing 2 million illegal immigrants that he's allowing into the country. So really, what is it going to take for the Biden administration to secure the border? How many more people have to die? How many more drugs will pour across the border? How many people will die from drug overdoses? How much more human trafficking is too much human trafficking for the Biden White House? Now, mark my words, in a short time, when Title 42 ends, this crisis will spiral even more out of control. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.